Hello dear friends. This is Ukrainian Gaming Week Insider Podcast. Today our guest is Alexey Evchenko, Managing Partner of ArtBuild Hotel Group and Vice President of the Ukrainian Gaming Industry Association. Hi Alexey.
Hi, Lavrenty. Thank you for the invitation to this podcast. Nice to be here.
Thank you for your time. Alexey is actively involved in the formation of the new gambling business in Ukraine, especially in terms of interaction between hoteliers and casino operators. So, the first question, at what stage are negotiations between hoteliers and operators now? Are all locations already taken or are there any opportunities available?
As the law outlines that all casinos must be located solely at hotels, that is, only 5-star hotels in Kiev, 4-star and 5-star hotels in regions with a capacity of at least 100 rooms. Of course, today the offer of good, high-quality hotel spaces, where operators can organize casinos, is limited. For this reason, gambling operators are actively elbowing their way to get the tastiest morsel.
What are the requirements of the hoteliers? Who are they looking for? Whom do they prefer?
Unfortunately, today hoteliers are considering only the rental rate. Meaning that, roughly speaking, they sell themselves at the best price. But they are gradually getting to understand that not only the price factor is important. There are many other criteria that one needs to keep in mind in order to effectively couple an existing hotel project with the reviving gambling business.
You mentioned rental rate. How overstated are the expectations of hoteliers today?
Rates in the hotel real estate segment are indeed significantly higher for casinos than for any other commercial real estate in Ukraine today. We'll see how it will stabilize in the future. But today the rates are much higher than prices of any other commercial real estate.
Is price the most important factor now? Does the operator's reputation matter, and if the term of his project matters?
There has been no legal business since 2009. It is very difficult to talk about some kind of reputation. Of course, there are international companies that already have reputation, but they are just testing the Ukrainian market now. An essential component is missing to calculate the economy, namely taxation. Despite the fact that the law on gambling legalization has been adopted, the law on taxation has not been considered yet. The Ukrainian parliament has several bills, but none of them has been voted yet. Correspondingly, all international companies, which assess due diligence using economic charts, do not understand how profitable it is to enter this market today. And what is more important, at what cost?
That is why we are talking about local operators to be the first entering the market. Do I get it right?
Yes. I believe that local operators, who were working in the gray and black markets from 2009 to 2020, will have a serious advantage over international operators. And I think that later international companies will be buying ready-made businesses. Of course, they will be overpaying. But they will give market first-comers an opportunity to build some income for themselves.
Are there already any projects we can talk about? Discuss rumors about some serious developments? Or is it too early?
Almost all 5-star hotels located in Kiev, Intercontinental, Fairmont, Hyatt, Hilton, Premier, they consider placing casinos at their venues. But as we've already discussed, it is quite difficult to find minimally required 500 square meter space at a functional hotel. Especially for 5-star hotels owned by international brands and having tough hotel management agreements, which bring difficulties when it comes to reconstructions. It is necessary to recalculate financial models, take into account the discomfort caused to the guests of these 5-star hotels during construction works, noise, etc. However, almost all above-mentioned hotels consider a casino component. As we have already discussed, the rental rate per square meter differs greatly. It is 1.5, 2, 3 times higher than the rate in the commercial real estate market in Kiev. In addition, there are projects, for example, reconceptualization of buildings. One of the projects run by my company, which you know, is the reconceptualization of the building in the center of Kiev to make it a 5-star hotel with over 150 rooms. With one of the biggest casinos in Kiev, over 3,500 square meters.
When can we expect the first casino to open in Ukraine after the legalization of the gambling business?
Interesting question. 2 days ago, the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine approved the establishment of our regulator, the Commission, and its preliminary membership. All formal procedures, envisaged by the law, are being gradually implemented into life now. I know some places, where people are almost finishing renovation of the casino, despite the fact that we do not know certain taxation terms and so on. At one event, Boris Baum, who is a representative of the Office of the President, Presidential Advisor, curated the adoption of this law. He said that they were planning to launch the commission on November 1st and expecting the first casino license to be issued this year.
Are you planning to attend Ukrainian Gaming Week in November?
I do not miss a single gaming business event in Kiev. I am interested in it. I took an active part in the bill drafting. I took part in amendments introduction and in lobbying. I've been into it for a long time. My life happens to be made of hotel business and gambling business. I have always thought that the adoption of this law would be a serious driver for the Ukrainian hotel industry in the first place, and for the Ukrainian economy in general.
Thanks for your time, Alexey. You shared very interesting information. This was UGW Insider Podcast. We will meet Alexey at Ukrainian Gaming Week at the end of November. Thank you, Alexey.
All the best. Thanks for your invitation.